Chapter 2. After leaving the Stealth Hunter to be repaired and making his report to Kiken, Hikaru went for a walk through the base. He had not told Kiken about the Fire Vulture's aerial maneuvers, even though he knew he should have. He wanted to find out more before saying anything. On his way to the Tactical Center, he saw his best friend Takeshi, pilot of the Grand Titan, the most powerful battle machine in the Exo-Force team. Takeshi was always training and trying to find ways to improve his skills. He hated the robots more than any other team member, and for good reason. His family, his father Yukio, his mother Akina, and his baby sister Tamika, had been trapped on the south side of the mountain when the robots had attacked. Takeshi had tried to save them, but it was too late. He had no idea what had become of them. "What happened up there?" Takeshi asked. "I heard the Stealth Hunter was badly damaged." "Fire Vulture," Hikaru answered. "The sensei thinks it was scouting the base for an attack. He's putting the Exo-Force team on yellow alert." "I hope they do attack," Takeshi said grimly. "I hope every robot over there comes across the bridges so I can turn them into scrap metal." Hikaru frowned. He had seen Takeshi in battle. The Grand Titan was an amazing machine, but it wasn't indestructible. Yet Takeshi took all sorts of terrible risks in a fight, almost as if he were trying to defeat the robot army all by himself. Hikaru was sure it was because of Takeshi's family. He worried that one day Takeshi would take one risk too many. "You should get some rest, Takeshi," said Hikaru. "If the robots do attack, we'll all need to be at our best." "I have to keep training," Takeshi said, turning away. "I'll never let the Exo-Force team lose a battle because I wasn't ready." Hikaru said goodbye to his friend and headed for the computer center. Here, Exo-Force members could learn all about their battle machines, the robots' battle machines, and even the history of Sentai Mountain. It was history Hikaru was interested in today. It didn't take him long to find what he was looking for. Before the first robot rebellion, some engineers had begun experimenting with armored devices that could be worn by humans and piloted just like a vehicle. After much trial and error, these would eventually become the battle machines the Exo-Force team used today. In those days, one of the most skilled pilots was Takeshi's father, Yukio. Hikaru watched vid-tapes of Yukio as a pilot. There it was, the very same maneuver the Fire Vulture had used. Yukio had invented that maneuver and used it all the time. If a robot pilot were using it, then the robot would have had to learn it from Yukio. "That means Takeshi's father is still alive," Hikaru thought. "But is he a prisoner of the robots? Or is he a traitor?" There was only one way to find out. Hikaru would have to go to the south side of the mountain and rescue Yukio, his wife, and his daughter. No Exo-Force member had ever tried anything like that before. No one knew what defenses the robots might have in place. "But I have to do it," he told himself, "for Takeshi's sake, for the sake of his mother and sister, and for Yukio, no matter what he is doing." "What are you studying, Hikaru?" Hikaru quickly switched the screen off and turned around. Ryo had come into the room. As always, he had a big smile on his face. The inventor was another of Hikaru's friends. "I'm studying, great pilots of the past," Hikaru said. "I thought I might learn some new tricks." "Well, if you do, you can try them out soon," Ryo said. "Uplink and I have finished fixing the Stealth Hunter. Next time, fly a little faster, okay?" Hikaru smiled. Uplink was the name of Ryo's battle machine, a specially designed piece of equipment that could not only fight, but also repair other battle machines. For some reason, Ryo always talked about it as if it were a living person and not just metal and circuits. "Hey, Ryo, what do you think is on the other side of the mountain?" Hikaru asked. "Do you think the robots have defenses over there that we can't overcome?" "Give me enough tools and materials and I can build a battle machine that can overcome anything," Ryo said proudly. "But the robots are smart too. Whenever we build a better battle machine, they build something even more powerful. Sometimes I wonder if this race to create more destructive weapons will ever stop." Hikaru nodded. There was one other person he needed to talk to before he started this mission, even though he knew just what that person would say.
"No, absolutely not,"
Sensei Kiken was angrier than Hikaru had ever seen him. The aged leader of the Exo-Force team was responsible for maintaining the security of the human side of the mountain, as well as recruiting and training new pilots. He could be stern, but it was only because he cared so much about the men and women under his command. "But, Sensei—" "No, Hikaru. We can't afford to risk you or the Stealth Hunter on an impossible mission. You would need a full strike force to get into the robot camp, and even then, I'm not sure you could do it." Kiken's expression changed to one of understanding. "Someday, we will be able to rescue all the humans trapped by the robots. Right now, we have to worry about stopping the robots from conquering any more of the mountain. Do you understand?" "Saving all the humans starts with saving one," Hikaru answered. "Takeshi has saved my life more times than I can count. I owe it to him to do this." Kiken shook his head. "You are to stay here, Hikaru. That's a direct order. Disobey, and you will be out of the Exo-Force team." Hikaru nodded and left the chamber. He loved being part of the Exo-Force team, doing his best to defend the mountain and flying through the sky in the Stealth Hunter, but if he had to lose all that in order to save Takeshi's family, it was just the chance he had to take. "This might be the last time I ever fly the Stealth Hunter," Hikaru thought as he headed through the Exo-Force headquarters to the hangar. Hikaru took a deep breath. "I better make it a good one." Hey guys, be sure to check out the description below for more videos related to Exo-Force, including reviews and a light brick tutorial on my other channel. Thanks.